Summer travel season is now over, and you have those priceless family memories and thousands of vacation photos to use, and you were wondering how you can use what you did this summer? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we are talking all about how to recap your own travel for content. Let's dig in. Welcome to the Social Takeoff Podcast, a podcast for travel professionals who are ready to use social media to help their business take off. I'm Kelly Hay-Smith, your host. I'm travel agent turned social media marketer who now works with multiple seven-figure travel agencies to help them infuse strategy and create a target social plan. I'll be sharing all of the tips and tricks of the trade, as well as content ideas and trends that you should be using to help grow your travel business. Let's get started. Hey y'all, did you know that every month I teach exclusive social media classes at Wanderlust Campus? That's right, inside both masterminds, I host a live call every single month. At Wanderlust Campus, we're on a mission to help travel agents and agency owners grow a wildly successful dream travel business. We're really where travel entrepreneurs come to grow, and I want to invite you to join us. Click the link below in the show notes for an exclusive offer and save $200 on your registration. I hope I'll see you there. All right, y'all. I know that the summer, making sure my mic is still on. I'm adjusting myself because I just, tell me you work from home without telling me you work from home. The happy dance you get when your brand new pair of slippers is delivered early. Anyway, okay, end of summer. It is now after Labor Day, and the summer travel season is over, and maybe you went several places with your family. Maybe you even went on some FAMs or AEPs this summer, and you have all this content and you're just trying to figure out how the heck to use it all and what you should do with it. Well, number one, maybe by the time that you hear this, I doubt it, the FAM course will be ready. But if you've already done the traveling, you have the content. So before you travel again, check out the FAM course. But now that you have that content, you've got a phone full of it and you don't know how to use it. Well, we're going to go through some of the stuff that's during travel that you want to focus on, but how to use that after. So when you are traveling with your family, actually, let me just say this. One of the reasons that the first vacation that I took after I was no longer a travel agent was so amazing is because I no longer felt like I had to work the entire time I was there. When I was a travel agent, and I have no doubt it's this way for you, when I was a travel agent, I got the most quote requests when I was traveling because I was being very deliberate about showing up where I was, showing on my stories, going live, talking it up, right? It's there, it's exciting, it's happening. And I ended up working over what I would have ever wanted to work while traveling with my family because I was in destination. It was like, it was doing the thing. Well, here's the thing. Number one, I don't want to work like that. It was miserable for my family, and I missed out on a lot because I was working. But also, the other part of that is I wish I had known then what I know now. I could have extended that momentum of being on or in destination, and shown up in a different way that like lasted. So I want you to think about a couple things. Number one, when you are getting content while you're traveling, you don't have to post it all right now. Actually, I am going to tell you that you should only post bare minimum while you're gone, and you should have already scheduled your posts to be going out while you're gone, and you should only be showing up in the moment on your stories or possibly live once a day for a very short period of time, because You don't want to waste it all. You want to extend that idea and that hype, because if you do that, think about the high number of quotes that you're getting um, when you're like traveling. We want to extend that out. And so extending that content is helpful. So, but what if you've already traveled? Well, let me give you a couple tips for in destination, just in case any of you all are going fall break. Go in your stories, post the highlights, and I do mean highlights, not every single minute, in your stories, and get your audience involved. Ask them to vote once a day what they want to see live, or if you don't want to do live, what they want to see in your stories. You could do things like food, parade, attractions, activities, beach, resort, whatever. Have them vote and do that once a day. And that's the only thing that you need to post in the moment. Other than that, you are on vacation. Get your content as you go and use it later. Okay? That's my advice while you're traveling. Now that you're home and you have the content, what should you be doing? Well, let me just say, if you are not utilizing some form of long form content and you are actually traveling, you are missing out. Long form content is the best place to get started with this, okay? I'm going to give you some long form content tips. So first off, a blog, a YouTube video, one or the other, or both, or podcast even, if you want to do that. But you want to go over things like what you did, where you stayed, but more than that, what you learned, maybe 3 things you would never do again, maybe 5 things you would always do, the most important things that you did, the most interesting things. This is insight. This is where you cannot get this from a Google search. You cannot get this from a training. So you want to capitalize on the insight that you have from your personal travel. That one blog post or that one YouTube video can then be posted on Pinterest with 30 different pins and on a whole bunch of different pages. And guess what? That could last you the rest of the year. Now, you don't want just one, but I'm just saying, you could schedule pins out for the rest of the year based on one blog. Okay. That blog post can then turn into multiple social media posts, but you don't want to talk about your vacation on social media all the time. Let me say that again. Talking about your vacation all the time on social media is not going to help you book more travel clients. What is going to help you book more travel clients is for you to talk about the 5 things you learned, the 5 mistakes you made, the 3 things you scoped out for your clients. Talk to your social media followers in a way that you're talking about how they will be helped. So take that blog and showcase how you will help potential clients at each different destination that you visited. Okay. Now you have video. I would do tons of voiceovers. I would do room tours, all of those things. All that stuff's important. What else should you be doing with that content? You should be organizing that content. Trust me when I tell you, do as I say, not as I do. It's very hard when you have 10,000 photos in your phone to sit down and organize them all. I like Google Drives for photo organization because I can break things down into albums or folders and get real specific so that when people are looking for it, if you are an agency owner, this is a great way for you to share with your team and have your team share with you, all of those things. But organize your photos. So I've talked about what you should do, like to one more recap. One more thing that you should recap. You should do a live video somewhere. Now that's going to depend on where your audience is the most active. If they're the most active on Facebook, do it there. If they're the most active in your Facebook group, do it there. If they're the most active on your Instagram, do it there. Now, if you're going to do it in your Facebook group, then those posts that you're putting on your social media, Use it as a call to action. I'm going live next Thursday in my Facebook group to answer your questions and go more in depth about this destination. Comment an emoji below and I'll send you the link to join. Whatever, but use it as a call to action. Put it in your email newsletter. I'm going live on this date. Then send the link out for people to watch it later. All of those things are you should do from your trip. So we've talked about like the blogging, the social media posts directly from the vacation, organizing the photos, doing a live video, like a Q&A and a recap video. Okay. But now what? This is the part that actually you may have thought about all of those other things, but this is the part that I would bet you haven't. I want you to stop after you've created that, get that stuff off your head. Now I want you to stop and think about some questions. What does your ideal client need to know about that destination? What are processes that would be important? What are questions that they would have? What are things that would make their vacation worse or better in that destination? What did you learn? What do you wish you had done differently? What did you like but you would do differently next time? What would you do exactly the same? What are ways that you would teach your ideal client to get the maximum value, time, whatever, out of their vacation at that destination? The answers to all of those questions are your content from that destination. Another question I get asked very frequently, should you do it all at one time? No, spread that baby out. Okay. It's one of the reasons why I really like to focus on getting evergreen content. So like if I visit Disney in the fall, I do get some fall content that can be used when I'm promoting fall things, but I also want to try to get as much content that is evergreen as possible. That's always relevant. Now you have a brain dump of content ideas. And I want you to take that and put it in conjunction with what last week we talked about, the content topics based on buyer phase, and you got even more content ideas based on your travel. One trip should provide you at least 60 pieces of content, if not 90 or 100. You have to think about, who would I recommend this for? Who would I recommend this other thing for? You have to think about what you learned. Even when you're with your family, the thing is you can do all of that afterwards. So in your work time, you can literally pull back and now recap things in your own head. So you get to have your vacation and use it for work. That's what I want to encourage you to do today. I know this one was short, y'all, but I hope that you found it helpful. Tomorrow will be a subscriber chat. So come hop on in over there if you are a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, come join us. You should be. For less than $5 a month, you get me in a weekly chat, bonus content, bonus live videos, all kinds of greatness. So come join us over there. You can just find that on my Instagram page, which is @KellyHaySmith. Thanks for hanging out with me today, y'all. Again, I know that this one was short, but I knew there was a lot of content that you needed to get together. So there it is. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Social Takeoff Podcast. Make sure to leave us a review below and come find me on Instagram @KellyHaySmith and let me know what you thought of this week's episode. Make sure to check back every Friday for a bonus episode, 5 Things Friday, and every Tuesday for a brand new episode. We'll see you soon. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Social Takeoff Podcast. Make sure to leave us a review below and come find me on Instagram @KellyHaySmith and let me know what you thought of this week's episode. Make sure to check back every Friday